Title: The Blessed Orchard, A Tale of Faith and Patience. In a time long ago, in a small village near the great river Tigris, there lived a pious and generous merchant named Ibrahim. He was known for his honesty, his kindness to the poor, and his unwavering trust in Allah. Though he was wealthy, his heart was free from greed, and he often spent his wealth in charity, saying, "Allah is the provider, and his blessings are endless." One year, a terrible drought struck the land. The crops withered, the wells dried, and the people suffered from hunger. Ibrahim, seeing their hardship, decided to help. He bought a large plot of barren land outside the village and announced, "With Allah's will, this land will flourish again." The villagers shook their heads in disbelief. "No one can grow anything here," they said. But Ibrahim only smiled and replied, "Allah is the one who gives life to the earth after it has died." Quran 30:19. The Test of Patience. Day after day, Ibrahim toiled under the burning sun. He dug deep wells, carried water, and planted seeds with his own hands. He prayed for rain, reciting verses from the Quran, trusting in Allah's promise. But weeks passed, then months. Nothing grew. His hands became rough, his wealth diminished, and some people mocked him, saying, "Even if you pray all day, this land is cursed." Yet Ibrahim never lost hope. One night, after a long prayer, he had a dream. A radiant tree stood before him, its branches heavy with golden fruits, and a voice whispered, "Patience is the key to all doors." The next morning, dark clouds gathered and rain fell for the first time in years. The dry earth soaked up the water, and soon, tiny green shoots emerged. Within months, the land transformed into a lush orchard. Dates, figs, and pomegranates grew in abundance, sweeter than anyone had ever tasted. The greed of men. When the villagers saw the miracle, they were amazed. Some praised Allah, while others grew envious. A wealthy but greedy man named Harun approached Ibrahim and said, "Sell me this orchard. Name your price." Ibrahim refused, saying, "This land is a trust from Allah. Its fruits are for the hungry and the needy." Harun, consumed by jealousy, plotted to steal the orchard. One night he and his servants uprooted many trees, poisoning the soil. The next morning Ibrahim found his beloved orchard half destroyed. His heart ached, but instead of anger, he knelt in prayer. "O Allah, you are the best of judges. Guide us to what is right." The Divine Justice. That very night, a fierce storm struck Harun's own lands. His crops were ruined, his wealth vanished, and he fell gravely ill. Realizing his sin, he crawled to Ibrahim's door, begging for forgiveness. Ibrahim, with no hatred in his heart, forgave him and said, "Allah is the most merciful. Repent, and he will bless you again." Harun wept in regret and vowed to change. Ibrahim helped him replant the damaged orchard, and from that day, the two worked together to feed the poor. The land became even more fertile, and the village prospered. The Lesson of Trust. Years later, when travelers asked about the flourishing orchard, the villagers would say, "This is the land of the patient one, the man who trusted in Allah when all seemed lost." And so, the story of Ibrahim's blessed orchard became a reminder for generations. True wealth is in faith and patience. Allah rewards those who trust in Him. Even in hardship, goodness prevails for the sincere. The end. Like, share, subscribe.